Hodl or die. And actually, that is the topic of tonight's video. What is up, guys? My name is Rodney. Welcome to Crypto Bros, and that officially marks the worst intro that I've ever done for a video. But it doesn't matter. We're gonna keep it rolling. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we're tonight's topic on. I know that I get kind of, I don't want to say I get tired of making these like update videos, but this is what people kind of want to see. Especially for some of the newer investors and traders, a little reassurance can go a long way. In most of the cryptocurrency world, this isn't a huge ordeal. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like all is well in the world. Like, of course, I don't like seeing my portfolio in the dumps, but in times like this, you just have to chill. There's so much FUD going on. There's the stuff with India. There's the Tether Bitfinex ordeal. If you haven't watched anything on Tether slash Bitfinex, honestly, just don't. Like, it's not a good look for cryptocurrency. And if they do end up auditing that whole thing and find out they were lying, which could be completely possible, that's just not good for our space. But anyway, it's all playing in. Obviously, Bitcoin has had a rough day. I mean, it's showing 9,200. I don't know what it's actually at. We'll swing over to a couple of these exchanges. But it's been bouncing around and it's low. But there's going to be some super low buy orders on this stuff here tonight, guys. Like, a lot of people are saying that, the big money folk definitely want it to get down to the $8,000, $7,000, $6,000 mark. And it's completely possible. So, what we're seeing today is some monstrosity of sell-offs from trying to maintain their or keep their capital, right? They don't want to lose it all. That they haven't quite maybe been through a market cycle like this, so we are seeing especially even some experienced guys. They've moved over some of their trading positions and stuff that they deal with day to day, even out of the space. It's not necessarily even sitting in USDT. It's sitting in straight cash on whether it be Coinbase or whatever. So it's been a tough day. The positive here, and what you'll see, like if you go onto Twitter, it's everybody talking about blood this, blood that, and that's fine. Like, that is true. And there are some uppity spirits in terms of making some buys if you have the cash. I'm actually going to be my biggest problem that I'm having right now is that I don't know where I want to increase positions on. I have an idea, but I have a limited amount of money that I could put in. Part of the issue and part of the reason I think playing into this red on here is that we'll swing over to Binance, same screen, too long. Is that, like, some of the gateways, some of the places to get money into the market right now is being blocked off. So if you've been buying on through Coinbase, like, you are, depending on which bank you go through, you could be blocked off. You may not be able to purchase Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash on there because of your bank. And we're seeing some of these gateways lopped off, which is stopping new money from getting into these markets. So that can be that's a tough thing, and that's a tough thing to overcome. And I think that just plays into this whole crazy puzzle of why we're seeing such a downtrend. I'm not sure if there's too much. I mean, there's a few coins that are crushing right now. Trig, BCD. This has actually been one of the best hedges as of lately. I'm actually surprised to see it down. This is just within the last 2 hours, but this has been pretty crazy. DGD, Zcash, IOST is actually coming back a little bit, but still, guys, for the most part, a ton of red on the boards, especially in some of our big players. Icon. Let's see who else is really far down. Pivx, VeChain, all these are down. And again, the biggest problem that I'm having in this situation is trying to figure out where I want to put the limited amount of funds that I have. Yes, I am buying back in. Really, this is a tough day, and the psychological aspect doesn't want you to do that. Just because things are down, it's like you lost money. Like, yeah, my portfolio, just especially here, just like everybody else, is getting smashed. But I believe in this, and I'm going to be that guy. I may have used this terrible analogy before, but I'm going to be the guy. I'm going to be in the band as the Titanic, is going down, just playing away. And so I'm going to continue to, increase my positions here. I do think 2018 is going to be an awesome year for cryptocurrency, and I'm staying optimistic, but just to go out there and say that, oh, this is great, lots of good buys, I'm so excited, yada yada yada. And while I'm excited about that, it still at the same time sucks to see your portfolio in the red. So I can totally relate. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like this is the best Black Friday deal of all times, even though there are a ton of good buys out there. But it is what it is, guys. But if you believe in the technology, and I do, and if you believe in the future, like I also do, like I think this is the way to be, and I think it's smart to do that if you can. Not everybody has a gaping amount of money that they can just toss in here, and that's totally understandable. I am scraping together some Bitcoin out of my hard storage to put on some of these good buys and some projects that I have yet to get in on. So I just don't exactly know where I'm gonna place it yet, but I did just want to cover that. Like, it sucks, guys. It sucks to see all this red, but it is what it is. And I think when this recovers, and what we've seen every year for the last 4 years, is these terrible, shitty Januaries into early Februarys. And if we kind of look at back, and I don't have these pulled up, like historically, like, we don't see things even take off. It'll be like a 30-day stretch from like mid-January to, mid to late February before we start, seeing some stuff take off. And I think we'll do that again this year. Maybe by end of February, early March, we'll forget about all this has even happened. So just get organized, figure out where you want to be, what projects you really believe in, and go from here. Right now we're on Gate.io. In the last few days, I've actually been using this more and more. I only set it up just so I could get NAS and Theta. And what this kind of is, and it reminds me of, it's like KuCoin and Binance. Like, in terms of like the coin selection, it has like a lot of the best from each. There's NAS, I like Rough. Theta's good. Cash is, if you guys follow, oh man, I'm drawing a blank on his name. Korean Jew on Twitter. He's a big Cash guy, so his posts today have been about going in deeper on Cash, Ven, and Icon. Icon and Cash will be two that get a little bit of my funds this afternoon or this evening. Dragon Chain will probably be another one. But just about being organized and trying to figure out where you want to go, and hopefully when these things kind of break out and we can all rise out of this, and everyone will be all happy again. But for the most part, guys, I'm keeping calm. I haven't done much over the last, I don't know, maybe 15 or 20 days in terms of buying or doing any type of trading. I did some consolidating and moved some falling coins into Ethereum, as it seems to be the best hedge right now. We can actually go over here and check this out. So Ethereum is doing fairly well in the grand scheme of things. That's hilarious. We'll go to the daily. So still over $1,000, and I think maybe the high within the last few days is right around 11 to 1200. So definitely not doing bad here. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. Just an honest update. If you were in on the whole hush thing today, to be honest, I don't even want to say if the snapshot went through. I haven't got a chance to read through the Discord yet. We're obviously down, depending on where you got in at, but I'm somewhere between $7 and $8, so I'm down a decent amount here. I do think this is a worthwhile project, so like most people kind of brought it back to Cryptopian sell-off. I'm just riding it through. I didn't really sell anything. All I did was consolidate some of my positions and some of my smaller altcoins last night into Ethereum, and looking for some ICO action. So I've been doing research there, and I'll kind of get, maybe in the next few days, I can do a rundown of like kind of how I approach an ICO and some of the things that I look at, and kind of form my own opinions. But other than that, guys, that is all I have for you this evening. If you are checking your portfolio every 15 or 20 minutes, just stop, go out and get some fresh air. It will be okay. At least I believe it will be okay. Obviously, there's just a lot of FUD, and when we see days like this, media and stuff likes to really just, there it is, man. DGD just killing it right now. Just staying above. It's been a good hedge during this whole last couple days. But the media likes to expose things like this and saying all kinds of bad things. I believe in blockchain technology. I think companies believe in blockchain technology, and I think today is just going to be I think it's going to be good, guys. Not today, but I think if you can get in on some of these positions, if you have the ability to, Pick out a few that you like and go for it. I think there's a ton of good buys, and within the next maybe 3 or 5 days as things recover, we may not see this again for a while. My fingers are crossed. You never know. Like, it's been such a downer last 30 days that you just don't know. So anyway, guys, have a great evening. That's all I have for you tonight. If you are not on Binance, Gate, or KuCoin, you can find affiliate links down there below if you want to sign up underneath me. That's totally awesome. If not, no sweat. I will say I've recently signed up for an Ether Delta. Just with part of the reason that Ethereum has been such a good hedge against Bitcoin is for the fact that there's so many different coins built on the ERC20 and the Ethereum backbone that it's still getting money, towards it, right? If you're buying in a bunch of ICOs right now, people are buying and using Ethereum. They're building on top of that. I think that's why it's done a pretty good job at holding its value here. So I did switch over to, or I didn't switch over, I did start up an Ether Delta so I could start capitalizing on some of that. And it's a little bit of a different, it's not as user-friendly as some of these, but check it out. But right now, my main three have been Binance, Gate, and KuCoin, and in that order. So anyway, check it out, guys. If you missed out, Steam actually hit Binance today, and this is one coin I've always wished that I had some, so maybe I'll make my first endeavor here in Steam. But other than that, that is all I have for you guys. Stay calm. It will be okay. Fingers crossed for all of us, but I'm holding through. I'm not selling off. I haven't sold anything. All I've done is consolidated a portion of my portfolio into Ethereum, and now I'm just riding it, dude. At this point, the ship has sailed. We're riding. If you didn't get into USD, like literally into a US dollar holding of some sort, ride it out. Don't sell it. You're gonna be surefiring your way for a loss, and if you have patience, chances are a good probability is things will come back. So anyway, guys, have a great night. I will be back tomorrow with another video. Hopefully, it's on a more positive topic. I do want to start talking more about ICOs, how to research them, how to figure out if you can get them in the States, all this other stuff. But anyway, that is it, guys. Have a great evening, and I will catch you tomorrow.